This is a short comment on the Gargants rules release tease, the improved giant. Hello, this is 60 Goblins in One Brush with a short comment video about the rules teases we got on the Warhammer Age of Sigmar community website about the Sons of Behemat. We might only have a few models, but the rules so far look great. So a few things here that immediately sprang into my eye. First of all, the wounds. The life points 35. A Mega Gargant has 35 wounds. It's think by comparison, Archaon has 20 wounds. The Bonegrinder Gargant has 20 wounds. The Chaos War Mammoth has 22 wounds. And this one a whooping 35. Only the Dread Saurian of the Seraphon has 35 wounds as well. But that is not all. If any immediate killing rule affects a Sons of Behemat unit, it only suffers D6 mortal wounds. Next is, as we have expected, there's some kind of might makes right rule, only in this case it's a mightier makes right here rule. So like the ogres count 2 instead of 1 model and the big monsters 10. And in this case, a Man Crusher counts as 10 and a Mega Gargant as 20 models in respect to holding objectives. On the one hand, it's justified because this will be an army consisting of very few models. In a 2000 point army, for example, you might have only 7 models or 6. On the other hand, as my friend Ingo pointed out, this could also be a bit OP because it doesn't get reduced. The unit size can get reduced if models die, but the Gargant will stand there even if he's half dead. But that is not enough. In the Taker sub-faction, this will even be increased to 15 models count per Man Crusher and 30 per Mega Gargant. What? Next thing I'm really happy at is the Man Crusher Gargants have really been updated. The improved giant, the old Ale Guzzler Gargant had serious flaws and these have been redeemed and improved. For example, the club had before 3d6 attacks down to d6 attacks, which could be very few, 1, 2, 3 attacks. And now it's 10 attacks down to a minimum of 4. Also, the Edbutt used to be d6 attacks and now it's between 4 and 1. Well, the big guys, the Mega Gargants, they can hurl terrain, so they're artillery as well. They're basically walking catapults. And one of them, for example, the Shipwreck Club, has a 3-inch attack with 2 rend and 2 damage between 5 and 8 attack. And another, the Titanic Boulder Club, makes more damage the more models are in a circle in a radius of 3 inches. So the more enemies the better, and even if they're monsters even better. So up to 10 attacks. But on the other hand also to a sad minimum of 1. Then there are a lot of other funny attacks like stuffing him in your bag or net. But what I was really hoping for and what they really did, Games Workshop, thank you, is rules to break terrain pieces. To break scenery pieces of your enemies and to damage the units garrisoned within. Lastly, a very cool thing is all the Mega Gargants, they can hurl boulders, and if a friendly Man Crusher Gargant is wholly within 18 inches of your general, then he too can hurl or chuck rocks. So keep some Gargants near your general. So these are not even all the cool teasers and releases and previews of the rules, but the ones that really stood out to me, that I'm really happy about. Let's see how it plays out on the battlefield. I'm really excited. And tell me in the comments below what you think. Is this OP, for example, with the objectives model count? Write it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on Patreon. Thank you for subscribing and see you very soon.